gonna check that out in the trailer to all of our gadgets that we don't carry a whole bunch now. We're not full time. We just cleaned out and then packed back up.
Take my hand and I will come along. Let's watch the stars when the lights are gone.
And then got a...
So we're here today. We had our mat out in front of our trailer when we stayed at Lake Minden at the Thousand Trails.
Lots of rain and it was very muddy.
Yes. So we're getting ready to pressure wash it, clean it up, because we left it until we got some better weather here in California. So we're just going to shoot it because we haven't done any camping. Didn't know if you guys were a little bored of showing what we were doing inside the trailer. So Tim got out the pressure washer.
Fired right up after sitting for about 7 years. We got some more goodies for the fifth wheel. We got the Morryde X Brace because we don't like how much movement we get up here in the nose, so we're going to try this on the nose first. I'm going to install that, and then we got some trim coming loose, so we got a DeWalt plug-in rad nailer because we have some trim coming loose in the RV. And of course they don't have any battery ones that fit the batteries I already have, so we got a plug-in one. And then got a kneeling pad for my old knees, so I can kneel on that to put on these X braces. So I'm going to get that out, see what tools I need to put it on, and see how that goes. And the X brace we ordered off of Amazon. It's the Morryde X Brace. So everything else we got at the orange store, as Kevin from Paving New Paths would call it. So, all right, let's see how this goes. This is the top brace. This is the one for the other side. It's opposite of this one. And you install it. What? Stop it. Okay, I got the box opened up. Looks like everything here. Here's the hardware. Nice color brochure. And the two braces. So, gonna get it hooked up and see how hard that is. Doesn't look real hard. I watched a couple other YouTube videos on how to install it, so wish me luck. I'm just snugging them, then I'm going to use my torque wrench because it says do not over tighten them. I think if you over tighten them, it might squish your jack leg here, and then your jack won't go up. So okay, so here's the braces for the top. They're opposite. So this one has the tabs on the back. This one will have the tabs that come out to the front. And you install it up as close to the frame as you can. Tighten it in with this U-bolt, and it says to tighten them to 10 foot-pounds of torque. I'm going to use my impact just to snug them up, and then I have a torque wrench. We'll torque them to about 10 foot-pounds. Alright, so I got all the brackets on. You just make sure they're opposite. So this one is on the driver's side. The holes go to the back, and then the bottom bracket, the holes go to the front, and then they're opposite on the side, your entry door side or passenger side. That way, when your bars cross, they can clear each other. And so now we are going to install the bars.
And tell them too on how we had to put the brackets on the bottom instead of the top.
Yeah, well, they said in the instructions, it says install where the pin comes out to hold your feet on, to install the bracket there, which I did, and then put the pin back in, but the pin doesn't do nothing. So I don't know, maybe they tell you to put it back in there just to so you don't lose your pin. But the bolt that holds on this bracket now holds your foot on. So, but in the pictures it looks like they installed it in this hole, but ours, the bracket wouldn't sit flush because the foot come up too far, so it blocked part of the hole. And this bracket was down halfway on the foot, halfway on the leg. So we're trying it like this, hopefully that works. So before we finish putting the cross braces on, we just wanted to show how much movement we have in this front. I don't know if you can see it, but quite a bit of shake. So we're gonna finish installing them, getting them tight like they should be, and see how it feels in. See you in a minute.
Shake it forward.
Alright, we got them all installed. Got the pins in, got the X braces on. So this locks them in. You twist, you have to, that was kind of a pain. You got to find a hole that lines up to get the pin through both bars. And then the front one, you twist towards you to tighten. The back one, you twist away from you. And then this locks them together so you can tighten and loosen them as needed. And you have to loosen these up, take the pins out, and when you're gonna go on the road, you take these out, loosen them, take the pins out, and then you can lift your legs. If you try to do it with the pins in, then they'll break. So, and here's the results. Hopefully you could see earlier in the video how much movement we had in the nose. And now, way better.
There's no movement, and he's pushing on it.
And we had that much movement earlier, and I'm pushing harder now than I was then because I didn't want to break our legs. But now we got these installed them.
And this was what we were looking for, because the both of us are not small people. And when we sit down in our chairs inside, it almost sometimes feels like we're going to roll the trailer. So this is so nice. That was a very good investment, and I recommend it.
Well, these are brand new. We'll see how they hold up, but hopefully they last us a while. Everything was metal, so, and I believe it's supposed to be rust resistant, so.
We will definitely keep you guys updated. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and clean out the basement now. I don't think we've cleaned it out since we've had her. And
Gonna pull everything out and take anything out we're not using to get rid of some weight, and then clean it out because there's dirt and stuff in there from not having everything empty to clean it out. So we empty everything out and clean out the basement and reorganize everything.
I'm gonna show you that we have quite a bit of area in here that we can put stuff. It's got a good amount, and we're gonna show you what we do carry in here when we do travel. Let you see the items that we carry, what we've purchased. And this right here is standard in most of the newer and some of the older equipment. So we're gonna take you along with what it looks like to clean out the bottom of Ducky 2.
Before we take them all out.
So we have this front area here that holds our levelers. We have some lights. We have pellets. My granddaughter's sand toys. And we hold these little propane bottles in here because we have the little propane that hooks up to the griddles and everything, but Tim has put on lines that go to the trailer now to see if we can run it just to the propane that hooks up to Ducky 2. So we're going to check that out and make sure that the propane lines run directly from the trailer to all of our gadgets that we have. And then we won't have to carry all this extra propane in these little bottles, which can get expensive trying to get those to carry. So we're going to get this cleaned out and get this all arranged also. So this is another area here.
Okay, so here's everything out of our basement. We got it all cleaned out and getting ready to put it back in and organize it. Some stuff's not going back in. We got our 2 totes. One has all of our water connections and water filter. The other has all of our sewer connections and adapters. And our Watchdog surge protector. Gotta have them a coffee. A hammer. A crescent wrench. That comes in handy. I keep that out in the wet bay. And there's the Bagger electrical cord. I use that. Our electric cord came in that. I started using it to for my propane lines, the quick connect lines. That stores those conveniently. And we got our Pit Boss pellet smoker. which I don't think we're going to take that with us on this next few trips. And we got our gas fire pit. That is probably going to stay for the next couple of trips also. We're not going to load that back in there. In my bag of tools, we've got everything you could think of, or that I could think of, that we need for the RV. PEX fittings, PEX tools, little socket set, zip ties, anything I think of I might need for the RV. And then we got our mats to lay out when we're at a campsite, the grandbaby's chair. We got some zero gravity chairs. We've used them like once so far, so for now we're gonna keep them at home. And then we got 2 of these chairs like Cindy's sitting in that we'll bring with us. We sit in these more than anything, so I'm gonna put everything back in there and get it organized.
Okay, everything's cleaned out. This is our area with it cleaned out. Now we've got to spray her down, blow her out, so we can get everything put back in. It's a nice big area. 37-foot fifth wheel. There's only 2 of us, so we don't carry a whole bunch now. We're not full time. We just take some nice long trips. So we'll get her all cleaned out and then pack back up.
When we're all in a better place, when we're all in a better place, if the wind blows free from the treetops to the ocean, why can't we be in a better place?